Hey, this is a practice video for Orange Roots Lesson 2. We learned today that the root gives the chord its name, and we learned some tricky counting that we are going to use for our theory this week. Let's go ahead and start there. So, the beetle is 2 eighth notes joined together. It can be written like this. It is an eighth note and an eighth note, an eighth note and an eighth note. And this gets one beat altogether, and this gets one beat altogether. That means that each of these gets a half a beat if they're by themselves. So the counting would be 1 and 2 and. Here it would be 1 and 2 and. This counting down here, you're going to fill in then. So if these are all bugs and we're in 4/4 time, the counting is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts over again at the bar line. So then we know we're going to start back at 1. Then here we have eighth notes in 4/4 time. So here the counting is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're going to write the little ands just like this. And then you're going to start here over again after the bar line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I want you to try to clap those as you count them out loud. For the soundtracks, we do need to listen to just like the 5 tracks that have words on them, because that's how students are going to internalize the musical goodness that is in those things through those lyrics. So please listen to the 5 that have words. For Say It, Play It, a little confusion on this from last week. So really, if you have the app NoteRush, you're just going to play NoteRush, boop, 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 5 times, and make sure that you do the first 8 orange flashcards. If you're going to look at your purple card, name the note and play it on your keyboard. So you're going to check it out. It says middle C. You play it on the keyboard. You're going to do that with, 10 to 15 cards. You don't have to do your whole deck. You're going to put a check mark. Cha-ching, cha-ching. One time you do it, the second time you do it. The last 3 times, like I said, you can either do NoteRush, NoteRush, NoteRush for this instead of this. But you're going to just go through your purple flashcards and name them as quickly as possible. But if you're going to do NoteRush, just do NoteRush 5 times and do your rhythm cards 2 times. So this, if you don't want to time yourself, just put a check mark here. Check mark, check mark. I did it. I went through it. If the time is not motivating to your student. If the time is motivating, you can go ahead and time yourself, put down your time, and if you beat any times from last week, you can go ahead and circle your fastest time. How many times you get this is how many incentives you're going to get when you get to class. So if you do it all 5 times, you'll get 5 of the little incentives. For playing this week. Reminder, bubble hands, sing along, eyes on the book. There's so much information here, grown-ups. Try to at least read through it once with your students so that they know what the expectations are for practice and you will know what the expectations are for practice. So on page 3, we have gone through the whole right hand, remembering that we are going to jump positions here from C position, up to F position triad, and G. Let me remind you what those look like. C position triad. Then we're going up to the F position triad, and then the G position triad, and back down to C. The second verse, playing is fun, we like to run and roam. These are the regular position chords that we've been doing since second year. The left hand this week, we're going to play the roots. We're going to be down here on C first. Bass C is right here, and it says that we play it with finger 5. This is the red chord. Then F is the root of the blue, so we jump up here to F. Blue is next, I said. G is the root of the yellow chord. Yellow is the chord that leads us back to red. And that pattern remains the same for the second verse. Playing is fun, we like to run and roam, but it's always nice when we get to go back home. On day 3 or 4, it says, try putting your hands together. That would be amazing. For the C major scale, we are still doing hands separately for that. Here is your reminder for how it looks like. We're going to go up and then down. We're not going to do the top do 2 times. So the right hand of the scale is going to be do, re, mi, and straight back down. There's the fingering for that. Reminder of the fingering for the left hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pop. Pop under. Students should be getting fairly quick at these to show their fluency. Correct fingering is a must to watch for. On page 6 and 7, we have our cadences. We have our cadence blues that the kids are doing really well with during class. So we're going to do this in C major, just like the book says. Please make sure to play with the track. 12 for C major. We are going to do our right hand on the first verse all the way through, and then we're going to switch hands here and then play the left hand through all the way. If you have any questions with fingering for that, please reach out to me. Their fingering is no longer written in the book because we've been doing those chords so long that we don't think that most kiddos need the fingering there. You can warm up by playing the cadences together, though. So the cadences for that would be red, blue, red, yellow, red. I know you can't see my right hand super well when I record like this, so just let me know if you have any questions about fingering at this point. That would be great. So on page 7, you have cadences. You're going to play the F major and the C minor cadences each day and trade off. You're going to do them in block style. So here's F. Here's the key of F. And then you're going to go up to the B flat and a D on the top. Red, yellow is normal, all white keys. Red, and this is good that you can see my left hand a little bit better because that's probably the one that is less familiar with the kiddos. With moving their hands around. And then for C minor, remember we're going to have this lowered third to be a minor. Minor red, minor blue. We have to scoot our hands up to do C, F, and A flat. Red, yellow is normal with T, re, so. Also going to be doing the C minor cadence. Each hand is broken style. So the broken style for that would be do, mi, so, me, so. I shouldn't sing the solfege. Oops. Make sure we keep minor right there. Sorry about that. And so the left hand would be very similar. Broken style, scooting our hands up to be able to have our short thumb hit that A flat. Gosh, I did the exact same thing. Keep it in minor for there at the end of the red. And then moving on to page 9, this is going to be our Echo Edison. So Edison loves to ask questions and get an answer. And so these are musical questions and answers. We're going to be in C position. Your students know how to play all of these notes. So if they say, I don't know where that note is, you can say, really? You don't know where this note is? This is the second space is C in the bass. So here you're going to put your hand on it. It looks like it goes up 5 and has the top note. So this means that your hand's going to be in C position and do do, re, mi, fa, so, 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 which I know the students, there's a little spot on my piano, can all sing and play together. And especially you can see it matches the right hand exactly in C position. So the right hand, do, re, mi, fa, so, so, so. Then it's going to be come down. So, fa, mi, re, do, do, do. Once the students are really familiar with this basic question and answer form, we're going to be doing a lot of improvising and doing variations on this. But I want them to get used to this first, so they're going to feel really confident. Once you learn the rules, then you can learn how to break them. That's what this exercise is all about. And then finally for page 12, we are going to review the right hand and do the left hand. Let's go ahead and start with the left hand. I did not have students write these in every class, so make sure your student has these written in. We're going to write in the root note of each of these triads that we've been talking about in class so much. This is a C triad because it's a regular chord like we've seen so many times. And then it's the same one again, C triad. This is a baby step up, a D triad, a D triad. Baby step up, up, F, and G. Then it jumps back down to C, C, D, D, E, E. And then these are different note names here, but your student knows how to figure these out. If they're like, oh, I don't know, say you're being silly because you know that good bridges don't fall apart. That's going to be an A. All cows eat grass, a G. And then, oh, how do I find out where that third is? All cows eat with an E and a G. Because you have this note, it's the same, and a third below. They can do that. It might be slow, but they can absolutely do that. So you can refer to the video last week because this is getting pretty long if you still need help with the right hand rhythm and how to do the whole melody of the right hand. But the left hand is going to look like this. C, and it's 3 beats each. 1, 2, 3, pretty. I first set my eye on sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled a wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. That's the whole left hand right there. You do not need to put everything together yet with the right hand and the left hand. You can just sing the melody as you play those triads. But if your student is doing a great job, feel free to start putting them together, and that would be awesome. Let me know if you have any questions.